Why can't he go for another hit? Why can't he? Just because he has already like cemented or concreted his legacy, why can he not go for another hit? Why not? Actually, been to a point where they are still old, but they've created iconic hits. Why cannot why can't a hip hop artist also do that? You feel me?
He's thrived.
Wait, is he saying that KO thrives on features? Is that what he's basically saying? Is he basically saying that KO thrives on features? Hey gents, we back with another video, man. You just reacting to KO Needs to Hang It Up by Brando RSA. Hey man, let's see what bro is trying to say about KO retiring, you feel me? I'll say, in my opinion, nah. Let him push what he has to push, despite him being the legend of the game. Let him push, because it doesn't matter how much coin you have. End of the day, if you wanna push something that you love, keep on pushing it, man. You feel me? Let me not say too much. Let's just react to what the bro is saying. You feel me?
You started listening during Tear Gas, whether you came in during Ranjozi, Caracas, Kanda Republic, or whether you only discovered him because of Sete, one thing remains true. KO has already cemented his legacy. So what I'm about to say isn't hate. It's actually the opposite. I think KO should actually retire from making music. Not because he's washed, not because he can't rap, not because he isn't talented, but because he's already completed the mission. He's completed rap, he's completed music. And sometimes the hardest thing for great artists, isn't becoming legendary, it's knowing when to leave. So today I want to explain why I genuinely believe KO has nothing left to prove in South African hip hop, right? Let's talk about it and let's get into it.
K.O is a generational artist, he's done a lot in the game, and his platform of platforming people beyond him has been great. Him choosing to retire is something that he said to me when we had an interview after his album launch.
Okay.
And I asked him about where does he see himself after this album, and he was like, he sees himself in the background, still contributing, but just more of like a Jay-Z type of S5,
Yeah, you feel me? Not necessarily being in the forefront, rather being behind the scenes, like doing production and so on. Maybe giving a little bit of lectures to some new artists in the game, just to be that mentor. Because when you reach that level of the level of success that KO has had in the game, now it'll get to a point where he's done his work. So now what he has to do is also give now the same knowledge that he has, the same wisdom that he has, down to the people that are within his production crew. You feel me?
just giving a verse there to artists that he appreciates, but he doesn't want to go full throttle in the music. So these were his words, and people misunderstood me, but this is why a podcast exists.
Yeah.
So first things first, let's be honest. How many rappers in South Africa can genuinely say they've dominated multiple eras? Very few, right? KO.
I'd say KO. I would say AKA. Who else? It's only two that stands out for me. Y'all can you can drop down below, but maybe, can I say Nasty C? I can say maybe a Nasty C. Because bro has been pushing since, but KO and AKA have been pushing since the 2000s, um, 2010s, then also your 2020s. RIP AKA. You feel me? So I'm just saying these two guys have been pushing this for a very, 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 very long time, and they've been at that standard for a very, 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 very long time. I could also add Casper Nyovest. Despite people disliking him, not many people disliking him, but for the most part, Casper has also been in the game for a long time. You feel me? He's been in the game for a long time. So I'd aim as a recent one. Casper Nyovest, despite him maybe going to different genres, tapping into new genres and seeing what's going on. but I can say three, aka KO and Casper Nyovest, Chai. But you guys can tell me down below who else has also done something similar to them. Because if I can say MT, nah, not really. Not really. Maybe 2014, 16, then maybe recently with his recent album. But it's not a thing of he has been pressing like that. You feel me? Not many hits like that, you feel me? Who else? I'm not sure who else. I could say not Aries. Maybe Aries is similar to an MT. I'm just saying Aries could be similar to an MT or even better. You feel me?
Was relevant with Tear Gas. He was relevant as a solo artist. He survived multiple generations. He survived the trap era. He survived the Amapiano era. Then somehow, years into his career, he gave us one of the biggest songs in South African history, which is Sete. Think about how ridiculous that is. Most rappers fade away after 5 years. KO managed to reinvent himself over and over again. That alone deserves respect, right? Most artists dream about one classic album. KO has multiple. Most artists dream about, one cultural anthem, and KO has several. Most artists dream about longevity. KO became the definition of longevity, right? So, what more is left for KO? This is where people will disagree with me. They'll say, but why should he retire if he can still make music? Because every legendary athletes, even legendary footballers, legendary basketball player, eventually understand something. Your legacy isn't only determined by what you do at your peak, right? It is also determined by how you actually leave. Michael Jordan retired, Serena Williams retired. Many greats understand that there comes a point where you've already accomplished everything, there's nothing else to do. KO has reached that point. He has #1 records, awards, classic albums, influence, respect, money, brand deals, hit records, festival bookings. There isn't another box left to tick. Now, here's where I think the conversation becomes uncomfortable, right? Ever since Sete became one of the biggest songs in the country, it feels like KO has been chasing another Sete. And that's understandable, right? Sete changed everything. It became a cultural phenomenon. But here's the problem. Lightning rarely strikes twice, right? Every legendary hit happens because of timing, culture, emotion, momentum. You can't recreate magic by following the exact same blueprint. Yet, recently, it feels like every release follows a similar strategy, right? Feature the hottest Amapiano artist, create another crossover record, also put like the hottest hip hop artist as well in the mix, hoping lightning strikes again. There's nothing wrong with wanting another hit, but when your catalog is already one of the greatest in South African hip hop, it starts feeling less like artistic expression and more like chasing numbers.
Why can't he go for another hit? Why can't he? Just because he has already like cemented or concreted his legacy, why can he not go for another hit? Why not? If he still has the energy to do it, let him do it, Ken. If he still has the same, like, not same, the same vibe, the passion to go for another hit, why not? Because there are even some jazz artists, I can't name one right now, that have actually been to a point where they are still old, but they have created iconic hits. Why can't a hip hop artist also do that? You feel me?
So, one thing I've noticed is that almost every major KO single now revolves around features. The conversation isn't what did KO say, it's who's KO featured. That's a huge difference. Earlier in his career, his music actually spoke for itself, right? His verses carried records. Now it sometimes feels like the formula comes before the creativity, right? Big rapper, big Amapiano feature, catchy hook, repeat again and again and again and again. There's nothing wrong with collaborations, and yes, hip hop has always thrived.
Wait, is he saying that KO thrives on features? Is that what he's basically saying? Is he basically saying that KO thrives on features? That's why he should pack it up. Is that what he's saying? Is that what Brendo's saying?
On collaboration, but when nearly every major single depends on the same commercial formula, you begin wondering whether the goal is making timeless music or simply chasing another chart-topping hit, right? So what's strange is KO doesn't need another hit. Seriously, KO does not need another hit. Who else has a catalog like this? I mean, Ranjosi, Karakaras, Kanda Love, Sete, many more. He's already given South Africa records that people will play for decades. So why keep chasing another one? Sometimes success becomes addictive, I get it. Once you've experienced, another number one, you want another, then another, then another. But
What if in general you just enjoy making music, gang, and just wanna post it out? The same way some celebrities just be taking pictures just to actually the public to see that, oh, it's cool. Why not post another one? Because I still love doing what I wanna do. What do you want me to actually do? Be in the background and also do nothing? Also, I also wanna be in the forefront and try something new. You feel me? Let me try something new. Let me see what's going on. If it does make a hit, thank God. If it doesn't, let's try again and see what's going on. So let the bro do what he wants, man. It's like someone telling you to quit. Let me just say, with basketball and so on, your body, of course, your body is gonna wear down. With sports, it's gonna wear down, it's gonna wear out. You're gonna have to do it by force because your body is tired. But with music, if you still have a voice to do it, and if you still have the lyrics and the caliber to keep on pushing with your voice, gang, and it's not wearing out, bruh, let me still do my music and start and still push, man. Music is music. Same with, let's say, similar to content creation. From there you can leverage your content creation and actually use that to do something else. Let's say you wanna run a business. Use your face on content creation to eventually pass on to business. Because like you said, we are in both ecosystems now. At least now you're doing something now. At least you're doing something what you like, what you love, and also doing something else that you love, so you can be able to integrate it. Yeah.
eventually, you have to ask yourself, who am I trying to prove something to? The public, the charts, or myself, right? And another reason is that KO isn't struggling. He's still one of the most booked rappers in South Africa. Brands still trust him. His image remains clean. Corporate South Africa likes him. Fans respect him. He's financially established. He's built businesses. He's built credibility, unlike many artists, right? He doesn't need music to survive. Music can now become something he does occasionally, right? Not something he constantly has to release. You know what I'm saying? So one lesson history keeps teaching us is that the greats exit.
What if he's doing it occasionally, as he's saying right now? So now you must stop dropping, even if he wants to just do it, just for the love of the game. So I don't know what the bro is talking about again.
Leave people asking for one more, not when is he going to stop, right? Imagine if KO announced, okay, tomorrow I'm retiring from releasing albums. Do you know what would happen? People would celebrate him. Every media platform would honor him. His catalog would be revisited. His influence would dominate conversations again. His farewell tour would sell. It would go insane. His legacy would become untouchable. Sometimes saying goodbye creates even more respect. I know some people will hear this and think, you're saying KO is finished. No, that's not what I'm saying. KO has already completed one of the greatest careers in South African hip-hop history. There's nothing else to do. He literally has nothing else left to do. He doesn't need to make another hit. He doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need validation anymore. He doesn't need another number one. He doesn't need another trend.
Says who?
His place is already secured. If I were KO, I'd walk away while everyone still sees me as one of the greatest to do it, because legends aren't only remembered for how they dominated. They remembered for how they left as well. But that's just my opinion. Do you think KO should keep releasing music?
You must keep releasing, Baba. Don't listen to this, bro. Keep on releasing.
Do you think he's already done enough for South African hip hop and should retire while his legacy is at his peak? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Peace.
And from that to your solo career.
Amen. At least we done with the video. The bro gave his own opinion about should KO dip the legacy, what. In my opinion, he should still push, man. He's still making hits. Everyone has their own time to clock out, gang. And from I hear his perspective on he has done so much more, but what if he wants to also do more? Because you're also passionate about making music. Because music, you can't just leave it like that. Just you're doing it for yourself and doing it for other people who love to hear your music and wanna really hear from you again. Because the core fans, they don't care whether your thing is bombs or not. They just wanna see you release, communicate what you're feeling in that moment. That's the thing about it. So if you still got the energy to still keep on pushing in the music industry or in any other industry, and you can keep up with the rest of the artists, man, do your thing. 21, push on that thing, you feel me? So I appreciate everyone watching this thing. W43 subs in the chat, you feel me? So I appreciate everything. Salute, peace.
Sean, you be doing too much.